Coming up on NonStop Local at 4, the latest on the post-Apple Cup shooting that left a football player in the hospital. Why the man convicted is getting out early. Straight ahead, we have a live report. Plus, a Benton County burglar busted. How sheriff's deputies put an end to an early morning crime at a family fun center in Kennewick. Plus, a kennel clash on KHQ. What's next for the undefeated Zags as they return home to take on Southern Utah? It's coming up on NonStop Local at 4.
Corey Howard and Leslie Lowe, bringing you the content that connects our community. You're watching NonStop Local News at 4.
And it is Gonzaga game day in the Inland Northwest, meaning energy is unusually high in the news station for a Monday. That's also because the game airs on KHQ in Eastern Washington and SWX Linear everywhere else. The Zags off to a 4-0 start. Tonight is their last home game before they go on the road for the Players Era Tournament in Vegas. So we have Noah Schmick joining us now in studio. The Zags, of course, heavy favorites tonight against Southern Utah, but they got a tough stretch ahead of them. How's that going to help them prepare?
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be honest, Corey. This game is more of a tune-up game. Obviously, 1-3 Southern Utah. They won't help much at all to get you ready, but it's a warm-up to get ready for games with teams against Alabama, Maryland. They will face a lot of tough teams in the Las Vegas tournament that is coming up. Their biggest tests were against, of course, Creighton and Arizona State the weeks prior. But the Zags will not only face those tough teams in Vegas, they also have to go to places like the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle against UCLA. They got to go down to Nashville and play Kentucky down at their place, and in Portland against the Oregon Ducks. There are a lot of big games for the Zags coming up, and they had a tough one against Arizona State on Friday. Tyon Grant Foster said after that Sun Devils close win that the Zags are going to learn a lot through this stretch of games.
Yeah, just a learning experience. Like, we're going to watch a lot of film, and really get into detail of what's going on, so because we got a lot of big games coming up, and we can't afford to make certain mistakes.
Again, this is just really a tune-up game before heading to Las Vegas for that tournament. They'll play Alabama, they'll play Maryland. They could play St. John's or Houston, too. I mean, there are so many different scenarios for the Zag team, but, of course, this game against Southern Utah tonight at 6. People in Spokane and the Spokane area can watch this game on KHQ. Those in the Tri-Cities or Yakima area, they can stream it live on our website, swxlocalsports.com. Tip time at 6 o'clock, and Corey, the Zags, they moved up in the rankings as well in the AP Top 25. They're up to number 13. This team, they've got very little flaws, and I'll be honest with you, look like another NCAA tournament team.
Well, that's good to hear. We like it when they go far in the tournament.
Exactly. Yep. It would be 27, I believe. I have to look that up. 27 or 28. It's a lot. So
it's a lot. So we just
in a row.
You can only count so high.
Yeah.
Right. Well, hey, go Zags,
Yep.
And also go weather, because that's where.
Go weather. I don't know, the Zags might be more fun.
Is it?
Just saying.
It seems pretty, I don't know.
Gloomy, doomy, and
yeah,
a good night to stay in and watch some basketball.
Sure.
Exactly. All right, let's get a look at that weather forecast on your Monday. And again, rainy days and Mondays. We saw that rain earlier on today. This is a current look at our mountain passes. So still, snow levels relatively high. We're seeing wet conditions for both Snoqualmie Pass and for Stevens Pass. Likely going to see a little bit of snow mix in tonight, but what we'll pay attention to is going to be those higher elevations. So think Washington Pass and maybe even White Pass, picking up just a little bit of snow. By a little bit, I mean a couple of inches, anywhere from 2 to 3. Current look at our satellite radar. We're seeing a few light showers push through the Yakima Valley, headed up towards I-90. So just still some very spotty showers out there, with more showers expected in the forecast as we head overnight tonight. They'll be very scattered in nature. You can see that band push through as we head towards midnight tonight. Again, snow levels dropping a bit. We'll head down to about 4,000 feet. You can see wind speeds anywhere from 5, maybe 10 miles per hour at most. Mild overnight lows. Again, we're above freezing for the northern mountains, upper 30s and 40s between eastern Washington and North Idaho, as well as the basin, which means everything in the valley floors falls as rain. Corey?
Thank you very much, Leslie. And the man who was charged with shooting a WSU football player back in September has pleaded guilty to third-degree assault. Ja'Cory Buchanan will be released from jail in just a couple of days. Buchanan is charged with shooting Sonny Falialo at a party after the Apple Cup. NonStop Local's John Webb joining us live from Colfax tonight. John, you spoke to Buchanan's attorney and read those court documents. What did you learn?
Yeah, Corey, good afternoon to you. Buchanan was sentenced in the Whitman County Courthouse directly behind me to 3 months in jail with time served. But because of Buchanan's good behavior, he'll be released 30 days earlier than that. The video that you're watching right now is the moments leading up to that shooting. Buchanan's attorney, Ronnie Ray, argues he was acting in self-defense. Ray says Buchanan and his cousin were being removed from that party when the shooting happened. I asked Ray where Buchanan got the gun. He told me Buchanan reportedly found the gun on the streets of Seattle before the shooting. Well, I asked Ray what he'd say to people who believe Buchanan brought the gun to Pullman for a reason.
The people who say he was on the gun with a mission are wrong. My client wasn't a violent person. He has no criminal history. He had no beef with anybody there. He was there to celebrate a reunion. He made a mistake bringing the gun to a college party. Nobody's gonna dispute that.
The football player was shot in the abdomen. Sonny Faliale is doing okay after spending a couple of days in the hospital. This is video posted by WSU. As you can see, he's back to playing football this season. Meantime, Buchanan will be released from the Whitman County Jail. Come this Saturday, he'll be on probation for exactly 1 year. We're live in Colfax tonight. John Webb, NonStop Local.
John, thank you very much. Meanwhile, the Benton County Sheriff's Office arrested a burglary suspect early this morning at the Quake Family Fun Center in Kennewick. The burglary in progress was called in just before 2 a.m. The caller said they could see someone trying to avoid the indoor security cameras. When deputies got there, they saw the guy running with 2 bags headed toward I-82. Deputies chased him down and he was arrested. Deputies found bear spray as well as power tools in those bags, which police believe were used in the break-in. The suspect was then booked into the Benton County Jail for felony burglary and malicious mischief. Still to come this afternoon on NonStop Local at 4, forced to count every drop. Farmers in the Yakima River Basin are facing an uncertain future due to severe water restrictions. NonStop Local anchor Xander Adams takes a look at the historic challenges affecting one of the biggest agricultural regions in the state.
And we have another wave of rain. It moves in the overnight hours tonight. Snow level is dropping just slightly. We'll talk about that. Get a full look at that 7-day forecast. We'll see you back here right after this.